This is the Yusei structure deck. There you go, Yusei's deck. Use with Yusei's Mark of the Dragon head skill deck. You get a Junk Warrior. You get a Junk Blader. You could banish one Junk monster from your graveyard. This card gains 500 attack, 400 attack until the end of this turn. So you could do this more than once. It's still not good, but you could do it as many times as you want, and you get the attack boost until the end of the turn. A relevant attack boost would be using its effect twice, so you're bigger than Gazuki and Samurai Skull at least. Junk Breaker. During your main phase, if this card was normal summoned this turn, you could tribute this card. All face-up monsters on the field have their effects negated until the end of this turn. It's not good. Junk Servant. If you control a junk monster, you could special summon this card from your hand. With Junk Synchron, this could actually be something with a, a tuner. Real quick, are any of these tuners? This does have some potential because it helps you Synchro summon. Junk Forward. If you control no monsters, you could special summon this card from your hand. That's really good. And, damn, that's so special summon from your hand. Pretty much no drawback. We know that's similar to Mithra. So Mithra had this big Mithra, you could have a monster on the field to special summon, but if you have no monsters and you summon Mithra, you give them a token. So this allows you to, they don't have to have a monster. You also don't give your opponent anything. Also, same thing, like Dinethrium and stuff. They don't get to special summon a monster from the grave. So this potentially is a really good card. You just have to control no monsters. Okay. That could really help with Synchro summoning. Junk Anchor. For a Synchro summon, you could substitute this card for any one Synchron tuner monster. Okay. Once per turn, you could discard one card, then target one non-tuner junk monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. If you do, immediately after this effect resolves, Synchro summon one Synchro monster that lists a Synchron as a tuner using that monster and this card only. These Synchro materials are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. So let me, maybe I read that and it just went over your head. Let me try to dissect this. So it meets the requirement for a Synchron. Cool. Which I believe is on this. So it meets the requirement. Even though this says it needs Junk Synchron, this will meet the requirement for it. You discard a card, then target a non-tuner. Special summon. If you do, you have to Synchro summon with that card. So I was thinking of maybe a good way to summon Junk Berserker, but you would need a level 6. You'd need a level 6 Junk. So potentially this could be, I don't know, this seems kind of swarmy, swarm. Maybe there's some potential here. Speed Warrior, once per battle phase, if this card was normal summon this turn, except during the damage step, you can make its attack become double. Okay, that's bad. Card Breaker, this card cannot be normal summon or set. This card can only be special summon and face-up attack by sending one card from your spell and trap to the graveyard. This, I think this has been used only in cards that synergize with it, like that they want to be sent to the grave. We have a normal monster. It's a tuner though, so I know it's so easy to just be like, oh, move on. But this would work with a card we have in a box, and I'll show you that card. Unexpected Die. If you control no monsters, you could special summon a level 4 or lower normal monster from your deck, so you could potentially activate that to special summon this tuner. Okay. Galaxy Warrior. One tuner plus one or more non-tuners. When this card is Synchro summoned, it gains 300 attack for each face-up monster your opponent controls. So I want you to think that we're playing against fur hires, okay? We're playing against the goddamn furries. They have turn 1, they summoned everything. They got 3 monsters on the field with a whiz. And then you summon this. You summon this against Wiz and 2 other Fur Hires. He becomes 24, 27, 3,000 attack. Now, once per turn during your opponent's battle phase, you could target 1 defense position monster your opponent controls, change it to a face-up attack position. Also, it must attack this turn if able. So if your opponent goes to battle phase, which they could just refuse, skip their battle phase, just go to end phase, then you can't do it. You can put their Wiz into attack position and force their Wiz to attack you, but they don't have to attack first. Let's say your attack is lower than a Dyna, and they go to battle phase. You're going to activate his effect to put Wiz in attack position, and then their Dyna will just swing over you anyway. So, a lot of people are like, hey, this kind of deals with Wiz, but does it really? When they're just going to sit with Wiz in defense. They're only going to battle if they have an out to Gravity Warrior. Otherwise, they just won't go to battle phase. Okay. Now, Harmonic Waves. Target a face-up monster on the field becomes level 4. No, thank you. Junk Barrage. We already talked about that. No, thank you. Pride of the Weak. When a level 2 or lower you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard if you have no cards in your hand. No, thank you. You draw 2. Graceful Revival. Activate this card by targeting 1 level 2 or lower monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target in attack position. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster leaves the field, destroy this card. I mean, we had Powerful Rebirth already. Unless you really don't want to get the goddamn attack boost. I mean, the level boost from Powerful Rebirth, which, goddamn. Limiter Overload. If this card is sent to the graveyard, special summon 1 Speed Warrior from your hand, deck, or graveyard. Where's Speed Warrior? Didn't we review that card poorly? I mean, he sucks, but you could summon him from this if you have a good way to send this to the graveyard. I guess maybe if you want to Tricky, discard this, special Tricky, then you special summon this, but he's not even a tuner, so maybe if he was a tuner, there would be something here even then. No, that's ridiculous. Now, Shape Sister. All right, damn, we got something here. We finally have something. So if you're not paying attention, wake up. Wake up! Special summon this card as a normal monster. Fiend type, tuner, earth, level 2. So it's a level 2 tuner that's a trap. You can only activate 1 Shape Sister per turn. So this is a very splashable tuner. A very splashable tuner. Let's say we're using it in vampires. If you want to protect your life, you could summon it in defense, protect your life. If you want to use it for a tribute summon, you use it. You tribute summon for a Grace or a Grimson or whatever the hell you want to tribute summon for. Or you actually use it to synchro summon Gazuki or Samurai Skull plus Retainer plus this is a Stardust Dragon. So we talked about Unknown Synchron being a really good splashable tuner. Maybe you want to splash this. It is slower than Unknown Synchron. It does require a turn to set up. But it does have multi-use where you, like I said, you could protect yourself, you could tribute summon. Because the only bad thing is that it's a trap. But, you set up for a turn. Okay. Interesting. And it being, okay, yeah, okay, we're going to move on from that. Spirit Force. Vegeta, Spirit Force. During your opponent's turn at damage calculation, make the battle damage you take from this battle 0. Then you could add 1 warrior type tuner monster with 1500 or less defense from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, just add a tuner from your graveyard to your hand and also block damage. It's really not, like, you would think that that's a good part of it. That's actually a downside. That now becomes an activation requirement just to do this. Like, if I just want to flip it up and add that tuner to my hand, I have to wait for them to deal damage. Synchro Strike. Target Synchro Summon monster gains 500 attack for each Synchro material used to summon it until the end phase. So that's really bad. Now, my overall review of this, I'm going to look on the Discord to see if anyone's cooked up something spicy. This has potential. Junk Forward has some potential. Pretty much that's it. Gravity Warrior. as long as we have room in our extra deck, yeah, play it in your extra deck. And then, you know, if you're playing the junk synchron stuff, yeah, you're going to need this, okay? So that's pretty cool. Let me see real quick if there's anything in the junk sync. And let me say real quick what I said about 5Ds, what they plan on doing with 5Ds. And I feel like they're releasing every character unfinished, and then they're giving them their structure deck. For this being the missing piece of the pie for Yusei, I'm not satisfied. I am not satisfied if that is if that's the plan of 5Ds. They release 5 unfinished characters and then the structure deck completes the character. This doesn't complete Yusei. This does not create a top tier deck. I don't feel complete. I'm not satiated. No!